I'm Joe Crandall. I'm the owner of Greencastle Consulting. We're an implementation consulting firm based in Malvern, Pennsylvania. We're an award-winning firm. We have Best Places to Work, the ESGR Freedom Award. Our people, they have degrees and certificates, PMP, MBAs, and all that's important. But what's really important is we're 100% veteran-owned and operated.
And that's the difference that makes the difference. Because every one of us has served in uniform.
Means we get the job done. Done right the first time, on time.
We are laser focused on the task in front of us, and failure is not an option.
We meet you where you are, and we're with you every step of the way.
Just like in the military, we thrive during tough challenges.
Those critical, no-fail missions where you must succeed.
That is where we're at our best.
And that's where the military experience kicks in.
The leadership,
The teamwork.
Our continued commitment to service.
What that means is we get it done.
And to celebrate a culture of fun and camaraderie.
All right.
Serious.
Joe Crandall, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That you
fund.
Yes. I have a series of questions, but since you're the boss, what do you want to talk about?
No, ask away.
So here we are. We're at Ruff Ride 2022. We're here at Lincoln Financial Field, right at the home of the Eagles. There's hundreds of people out here. There's hundreds. There are hundreds of people out here.
Mascots, everything.
They have the mascot for the Eagles, the mascot for the Philadelphia Union. There's corporate partnerships. I see the Army National Guard has some tents out here, and Greencastle. Why Ruff Ride? Why support of all of the veteran charities and the veteran or the opportunities to support veteran nonprofits? Why Ruff Ride?
Well, we support Ruff Ride for a couple of reasons. One, they provide dogs for veterans, and that is a proven indicator of success of keeping down that suicide number. Having a dedicated animal for whatever purpose, helping out either around the house or just with the veteran in general, is shown to be a tremendous factor in reducing the desire to kill themselves. And then the other side is I think it's just one of those things that I have for dogs. I got one myself. I got two actually. And you just know what kind of love and joy they can bring to a household. So we help also by donating our space at the office for training on a monthly basis for dogs. We have an event space, and we allow them to come in and train the dogs in different scenarios. We are actually it's the cutest thing, literally the cutest thing that might have ever existed is a whole pen of probably 15. Black and white labs. And white labs, just a couple of weeks old. Yep. And those are the dogs that are actually being trained that will go off to become service dogs for vets in need. And one of the cool things I think about Team Foster is that there's so many nonprofits that focus just on post 9/11 vets, and we're really just focused on the vets from the last 20 years. The thing that I think is cool about you and I both came in pre 9/11. Right. One of the cool things I think it's cool about Team Foster is they help veterans, period. There's no time frame. No time frame, and they've given dogs to some Vietnam vets and part of that lost generation that the more recent generations really haven't thought about as when you think of veterans in need. Yeah, well, and you also have to think that generation is getting older, so they have a lot more mobility issues, and dogs can help out with that. Dogs can help them retrieve things that they drop on the ground, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's why I like what Nick's doing, is because it's multi-generational. It's just not focused on the 2001 and sooner vets. One of the other things that I think is cool, and I just being a part of the Greencastle team, I know this just having the insight is you've taken more than just donating our space and donating money and rallying support for Team Ruff Ride. You've actually helped Nick Learman, the executive director and the founder of Team Foster. Yeah. You've taken your skills and some of the skills of Greencastle consultants to help Nick just better manage and get a better a management structure to the organization. A nonprofit is still an organization that makes money, and they have to. They're still driven by money and organizational structure. Can you talk a little bit about what you guys have done to contribute your time and energy to help? Yeah, I helped out Nick with his strategic planning. They are going through a period of growth. They want to put on more events. They put on Ruff Ride Pittsburgh last year. They want to do DC, and they want to also expand a few other programs, and you can't do that without structure, and that's what we provide to our clients. So I just sat down with them and helped mapped out what the next couple of years look like, help them put some ideas in place, and hopefully it works. But you can see by the sheer number of people here that they've grown significantly from last year, and I know that Pittsburgh is going to be just as big, if not bigger, when they hold that one.
One of the cool things is that we have some of our existing clients, some of our previous clients here that are supporting it. Hey, Greencastle, from the time when we were here last year, we were a full team strength of less than 50.
Right.
Now we are approaching 100. We are just a couple away from 100 employees. It's great to see the Greencastle team out here supporting. We're here. We staffed the bike. We're riding the bike all 24 hours.
Yep.
When you came on board, we were not, as an organization, committed to just being veterans. And since you came, when you bought the company 2.5 years ago, we were not at that point just committed to being all veterans. You have since made that a commitment that we're going to stay all veteran. And as a company that is an implementation consulting firm that helps our clients execute on their strategic plans, why is being all veterans so important to how we deliver to our clients?
Well, I think it's the aspect that you learn in the military, that there's problem solving, there's mission accomplishment, and there's for most folks there's not an excuse of, oh, I couldn't do it, or this was in my way, I couldn't get it done.
For most veterans.
Yeah, for most veterans, and so we hire those veterans that are used to getting shit done. They are also very accustomed to complex problem solving, and they want to be a part of something where they know that they're going to accomplish something that's going to not only have impact today but down the road. And so they are part of these huge projects for some of our clients, and they know they're making an impact. Although the jobs might not be sexy and saving lives like they used to, it's extremely important not only to provide, let's say for Exelon, providing power and all the accoutrements that come along with electricity, but our people are helping that on a daily basis, and they should feel pretty proud of that, because they're not only are they helping Exelon, but think of it, every project that we get, we're hiring more veterans, and so every time we start a new project, we're putting another veteran on a high quality, high paying job that allows them to potentially change their financial life cycle once they've gotten out of the military.
I've sat through a number of company updates, and one of the things you always say is that that a lot of veterans get out not because they're tired of the military, but maybe just the deployment life cycle, on the road, moving every 2 years, just a lot of things that for all the good stuff that comes with the military. A lot of veterans they're reluctant to give up that sense of purpose and that sense of meaning from their work. They just have to trade out that for being home more and missing stuff with their kids or something like that. You have made a commitment to, hey, I want to balance quality of life with your work performance or with your job commitments. And you've said many times that's because I know part of the reason you're coming to us is because of that. As we move through a very weird time in society with hybrid work and work from home and the great resignation, we've seen, Greencastle's seen such a tremendous growth. We've almost doubled our team in the last year and a half. Is that because of the work-life balance and the culture, or what do you think drives that?
Well, I think there's an underlying theme at Greencastle that everybody has a job and everybody has to be highly accountable. And the only way that a business truly works is if everybody does their job. Yeah. And you can only do that by telling people what their job is, giving them a goal, and holding them accountable. And when you start seeing that happen, not only just on the service delivery side for our clients, but on the back side for admin and sales and marketing, it starts to create something special, because everybody knows they can trust the other person, and everybody enjoys being part of a team that gets stuff done. And so we don't only use the methodology and the approach for our clients, we use it for ourselves. And it's been tremendously effective in helping us get more done. And so it's just, hiring veterans is what really makes the difference on our projects, but it's not the reason why people are hiring us. They're hiring us because we're good at getting stuff done. The veterans are just the icing on the cake.
You mentioned accountability. Do you think veterans, whether they know it or not, do you think veterans seek accountability because it's just been what has been embedded, and it's sort of what drives us? That's what we know how we get the job done, is being held accountable, and we know that the guy or gal to our left and right is counting on us. I don't know that civilians understand that. I'd be curious to hear your thought. Is that part of what not only makes Greencastle successful, but is that part of what we desire as veterans?
I think it comes down to nobody wants to be that guy or that gal, right? We've all been in situations where we're in a group dynamic in the military, and everybody's humming along and it's going along great, and then there's one shitbag that just brings the whole thing down. And nobody wants to be that person. Or generally, most people don't want to be that person in the military. And there's a keen sense of when that happens. And so I think when they come into the civilian world, they have that in the back of their brains where they don't want to be that guy or that gal on a project that's slowing everything down. They don't want to be the person going 55 miles an hour in the fast lane when everybody else is trying to do 75 or 80. And so I don't know if civilians have had that same experience in the same truncated amount of time. And but I think that's a skill set that veterans bring that civilian counterparts can learn. It just takes a lot longer because the time and compression of stress makes people learn faster. Yeah. And in the civilian community, you don't get that a lot. You get it. You do have jobs that are that way, but if you don't want stress and if you don't want to have a very high accountable job, you can do that and you can skate along. But the people that we usually work for are the ones that are trying to change the world, whether it's providing energy or electric vehicles or whatever it might be.
If for the people listening, if you are trying to think about who that shitbag is on your team that's dragging everybody around and you can't think about it,
it might be you.
It might be you. All right. Well, hey man, thanks for jumping on with us. We have Team Greencastle is out here riding for the full 24 hours of Ruff Ride. We've raised a butt ton of money, and we've got food, we've got beer, and we're here. We're committed for the full 24 hours.
Yeah, it should be a great time. Last year I did all 24, not this year, but I know the Greencastle team will be here. There's lots of food and drink, so it's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thanks, John.
Yep.